Hello, my name is Stuart, the unrepentant atheist, and here I am with yet another video. So today, what I'm going to be talking about is the often we hear claims by Christians in particular, that, but actually Muslims too, that if you haven't read the whole Bible, then you can't really make a proper, rational judgment about whether or not the religion is true. I've heard this many times, and it's such a low level argument that obviously, but still, arguments at all levels need to be dealt with. It leads, in my opinion, to a kind of absurdity. But so a Christian will say, "What's your religion?" I'll say, "Well, I'm an atheist." I say, "Oh, have you not read the Bible?" And I will say, "Well, I have actually, I've read parts of it, the New Testament and the Old Testament. I've heard many Bible stories when I was at school." And they will say, "Oh, well, you haven't read the whole thing then." I'll say, "Well, no, I haven't read the whole thing." And they will say, "Well, read the whole Bible, and then, you know, and then you will see." So I could say, all right, I'll read the whole Bible. So I read the whole Bible through from cover to cover. It takes me 3 months. And the Christian comes back and says, "So did you read the whole Bible?" I say, "Well, actually, yes. What's your opinion?" "Well, I'm still an atheist." "Really? Which version did you read?" "Oh, I read the NIV." "Oh, you should have read the King James version. Look, here's the King James version. Read that and you'll get it. You'll get Christianity." All right, so you take the King James version away and you read that through from cover to cover, and you come back and you say, "Sorry, still an atheist. It just looks to me like a book of claims." Say, "That's strange. Ah, I know. You've got to go back to the originals, to the actual language that they were written in, because I see where you're coming from. I read the NIV and I read the King James, and for a lot of people that works. But for those that don't, you need to read the original. So learn Aramaic, learn ancient Greek, Old Hebrew, etc. And I'll show you where you can buy these texts." So you spend several years learning all the languages. You go and buy all the old texts. You read those through, and still you come to the Christian and say, "Well, I spent all that time studying. I read through all the texts, and I still don't get it. I still don't believe." Ah, well, that's because you didn't read with an open heart. So this is what we call moving the goalposts. Yeah, they start with one target. In other words, read the whole Bible. That doesn't work. Well, you read the wrong version. Still doesn't work. Go back to the originals. Learn the ancient languages, etc. Oh, you didn't read with an open heart. Well, and you go on and on. And actually, I've heard Muslims with this as well. Well, unless you've read the whole of the Quran, you can't possibly know. No, okay. Let's just put an end to all that. It's not necessary to read the whole Bible. In fact, it's not necessary to read any of the Bible to decide that there's not sufficient evidence to believe in a God. Because the Bible or any religious text cannot possibly be evidence of a God. I've heard Christians actually on the atheist experience. I've heard one Muslim, and when he was asked, "Why do you believe what the Quran says? Why do you believe it's true?" And he replied, "Because it says it's true." No, really. This is the level. This is the level or lack of critical thinking that we've got. And obviously, if I was trying to create a religion, I would claim in the book that what I'm saying is true. I would use every trick to convince the reader that what I'm saying is the truth. I would say, "This is the true word of God. This happened and that happened. There are witnesses." I would invent the names of the witnesses, and I would try to make it look as real as possible. And really, when people write fiction, they're asking you to suspend disbelief. But when you obviously read it, it's not you know that it's just fiction. But when you read the Bible, it's claiming to be the truth. And of course, within that book, it will say, this is the true word of God. But you need corroboration. You need some other kind of evidence before you can accept the book as any kind of authority. And that's why, in fact, it's not necessary to read any of the Bible. It's not necessary to read any of the Quran. You only need to know that it's a theological text making claims for making big, fantastic supernatural claims. To more or less dismiss it as evidence and say, well, before I'm going to read that book as an authority that you're claiming that it is, I need you to corroborate it and support it. Give me evidence for the God and that this God wrote this Bible, and then I'll read it. So there's no need when a Christian says to you, oh, well, you need to read the whole Bible. You've got to say, well, first provide me evidence that this book has got the authority that you say it's got. Not just that it says it's true, that there is actually a God and that this God wrote it. Establish that to me, provide me evidence of that. And once it's established and it's widely accepted that this is an authority, then I will come to the book and read it. And, I will take it more seriously. So, well, that's all for now, guys. If you come across this argument, you know how to debunk it straight away. There's no need to read the whole Bible. There's no need to read any of the Bible. It's enough to go and look at a summary of the claims, see their fantastic supernatural claims, and then ask for evidence that the book should be taken as an authority. That's all I've got to say for now. Look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye for now.